The UK's 13 tech unicorns have wide-ranging habitats. There's food delivery. Deliveroo started trading in 2013 and is now valued at $2 billion. There's medical science. Benevolent AI uses artificial intelligence to develop medicines for neurological diseases. It's also valued at $2 billion. And there's e-commerce. The digital bank Revolut is the newest member of the club, reaching unicorn status in April.
For us, it's been a combination of hiring the right and the best people and making sure that we sort of internally, we always say we never settle. So we put our mind to something and we go for it.
Topping up by
Revolut launched in 2015. It provides commission-free money transfers and offers digital bank accounts that can be set up in minutes. It now has more than 2 million users and is preparing to launch a free-to-use stocks and currencies trading service later this year.
The main thing is we have a very forward-thinking regulator. So the regulator, the FCA in the UK, is very open to companies trying new things, taking a little bit of risk, being very innovative, and there's a lot of policy and structure in place that enables fintechs to do that fast.
The UK is riding a wave of investment. Tech investment for 2017 was double that of the previous year, and at almost $3 billion, it totalled more than France, Germany and Sweden combined. This unassuming part of East London is Britain's tech hub. It was originally dubbed the Silicon Roundabout as something of a joke. But thousands of successful startups later, it's now officially the country's tech city. And that name refers to more than just geography. Tech City is the government-backed incubator that was set up to help accelerate growth in the industry. In April, Tech City expanded, becoming a national network called Tech Nation.
It's not unusual now to see companies that we work with to go from 5 people 200 people in 2 years. That's extreme, that's unprecedented in the history of commerce.
Tech Nation is a privately owned company that receives 75% of its funding from the government. Its alumni include Skyscanner, Deliveroo and Zoopla. One potential unicorn is Edited. It does analytics for some of the world's biggest clothing retailers.
London is a hub, and you've got great universities within an hour's drive, and really great talent here. So it's a place that people want to move to, or have historically wanted to move to. So it's a really good place to find the right sort of people.
But looming over the tech startup scene is Brexit. Funding is becoming more scarce, with the European Investment Bank slashing deals with venture capital and private equity groups by 2/3 since the Brexit vote. With the increasing importance of tech startups to the UK economy, that funding will have to be found somewhere else. Otherwise, the unicorns could become an even rarer beast. Shaun Hassett for TRT World.
Guy, Shone joins us now from Paris. He's the CEO of research firm Explain the Market. Hello there, Guy. Great to see you. Brexit aside, what do you attribute the success of tech companies in the UK to?
Well, look, London is a great place for people to do business and invest in ideas generally, and there are a few sort of structural reasons for that. We've got 7 out of 10 of Europe's top venture capital funds are based within London, and then across the wider UK as a whole, the talent pools in those areas that the unicorns tend to be growing within are very, very big indeed. So 2.1 million people in the UK now work within the digital tech space. So it's a great place for business to happen, but it's not necessarily just people who are originally from the UK that are starting businesses here. You know, we heard in your piece there that Deliveroo has been a great success. Well, that was started by 2 Americans in London. We've now got other stories of unicorns like Improbable, for example, this really fascinating virtual simulation firm, started by 2 graduates in the UK, but most of the funding coming from Japanese banks. So it seems to be a place where UK-based people are doing well, but equally it seems to be a great hub for people from all over the world to come together and create businesses.
Right. You mentioned a key word there, funding. And that seems to be the choke point, as it were, as Brexit comes along. Everyone's assuming that Brexit is going to choke off the funding to these fabulous little startups. Is it going to do that?
Well, I think it's undeniable that we're going to see some turbulence, and we've seen some funding channels slow down already just on the announcement that Brexit's coming. But when it comes to post-Brexit indicators, I think it's more reasonable to say that it's a mixed picture. Now, if you look at the wider economic indicators, there have been plenty of sincere warnings and worries about confidence levels, particularly around the impact of a no-deal scenario. But then equally, only this week, we've had the IHS market survey that painted a picture of quite strong levels of business activity and funding, despite those reports. So it's really hard to predict exactly what's going to happen. But there's no doubt that there has been some impact, and people are going to need to make some adjustments post-Brexit.
So post-Brexit, what should a post-Brexit British government do to make sure that these companies can keep on thriving?
Well, look, when you look at the Tech Nation research and others, it gives us a great sense of scale. But I think when it comes to how to nurture this going forward, we've also got some cultural clues. Many founders and investors, and you've seen some of them in your piece there, are people who are under 40. And I think with this youth comes a fresh attitude. We've also had this week the Standard Life report, which came out and showed 30-something investors tending to take a longer-term view than older generations. They tend to be more tech savvy, and they also tend to feel that self-sacrifice is a key to success. We've had 70% of them cancelling summer holidays in order to save and invest for the future. So I think getting under the skin of culturally how younger investors and entrepreneurs behave is going to be the key to unlocking future success.
Guy, I'm afraid we're going to have to leave it there. Guy, Shaun, Explain the Market, thank you so much.